Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. So VP benched fl0m. I think they're going to feel a little goofy with this one. And then also, like I said, this paired with this rumor right here, if you guys have not been keeping up, which is fl0m out of VP, might be going to Paravision. And fl0m in particular wanted out and doesn't want to play. And then also they're benching fl0m, which just means it's just electronic and icy. Off of probably the back of their best result. Oh my God, did they just have a dead team buff? Did they literally just have dead team buff? Is that all this was, you sick sons of bitches? When will VP admit their problem is electronic? Because VP was kind of playing like buns before electronic too. It's not like all their problems came with electronic. They were stuck. Remember, that's why they got electronic. True, VP had a god tier boot camp. I'm gonna say it, chat. VP was probably dead while they played the major, and that's why they played so well. I feel like electronic is a little unbearable. I mean, he definitely doesn't have a good reputation at this point. Like, let's just say how it is. No matter how I feel or whatever I think about electronic is not, like, his stock has got to be just in the bin. But I think what's holding him there is probably just, who do you get that's an IGL that's ready for this shit? I feel like that's the benching of, although fl0m did kind of not work out in this roster at all compared to what he did on OG. But I think this roster as a whole, I mean, yeah, they made a move for fl0m and he was supposed to be the guy. And he definitely was just like, well, very much, as you can see, not the guy. Flit is still an absolute heater, and Flit's really fucking good, man. He just gets slept on a lot because he's always played for VP and he doesn't have, like, his aura is low, as the kids would say. The only two pieces are staying are Icy Electro. Oh, what the fuck? Like, how are you gonna just let the whole team? Wait, that means they lose their VRS. There's no way they're letting all these players go. This has to be wrong. This has somehow this has to be somewhat wrong, because if they lose both Flit and fl0m and bench fl0m, they lose their VRS. This is interesting. Maybe Flit and fl0m, or maybe Flit and fl0m said that he needed to be benched. Maybe. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, this just shows you how scuffed they are, though. Who could they even get right now? Like, well, who could VP would have to go and pluck out some players. Who would they go after? Let's take a gander. Yeah, that's just fun. Let's see. I have legitimately no fucking clue. Maybe they can get some more players off of Spirit Academy, dude. I think Perfecto was already rumored going to another team. Yeah, I think it was G2. Yeah. Maybe they could get Magnojez. Yo, that would actually be kind of sick. Maybe they can poach off of BetBoom. Yeah, because Axile's been buns, like, horrible. How the fuck has he not been announced off the roster yet? And if you're Magno, dude, you want to play on a team that isn't not in tournaments in it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I actually like that out of you, bro. You're cooking with that one. The tricky part that's going to be here is, I mean, BetBoom's got money, bro. So he's not going to be cheap. He is not going to be cheap. I mean, look at this. What? So, yeah, I mean, it can't be all three. There's no way in hell VP is going to tank their VRS points just because. That is it. Did I say OG earlier? Was he on OG or just Gamer Legion? Whatever. So then who do you think it is? If it's Flit, I almost try to, like, combine their shit every time. Flit and fl0m. Who do we, I mean, I guess based on Overdrive's tweet, it means they'd be losing Flit and probably keeping fl0m. That's crazy, dude. That's off the back of their best result. They've been literally shit, and then at the major they showed that they can actually play some half decent Counter-Strike, and now it's like they benched one and they're probably gonna lose. Like, that's just crazy. I hope they go after somebody like Magnojez. I think that's a great shout out, bro. I think that's a great one. Chat actually cooked with that one, but I don't know how much they're gonna be able to do that. Ah, weird times at VP, dude. And I can't believe, like, how well fl0m, like, how much promise fl0m showed and how terribly looked in VP. It seemed like a match made in heaven, dude. Like, he was so happy when he was going there, and then, like, the team was just never good with him. Bro, imagine James comes back. That'd be crazy. Imagine they want to go to Paravision to play with James, and then James pulls the Uno reverse card and comes back to VP. Holy shit. Dude, I am not a fan of Axile right now. Axile's on my shit list. Nah, Magnojez, the VP, is the only thing I'm interested in. And I'm curious who they're going to keep out of Flit and fl0m. And I can't believe fl0m was so bad on VP going after how much promise he showed. I hope he doesn't sit on the bench for a while. I hope he at least just, like, goes back to, like, even if it's got to be a team where he's got to grind his way back up again. This kid was insane to watch. That's crazy. What? This already happened? And you guys thought I was fucking coping? Which, I mean, I probably was, but...
Perfecto river. Perfecto is just ordering. Perfecto does the most ridiculous thing for it. Perfecto. Perfecto again. Perfecto. That's beautiful. Nate takes him to 3, and Perfecto finds the kill. Oh, Perfecto is the king of the clutch.
Damn, bro. All right. Perfecto's back, dude. Okay, subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. So fl0m benched, Perfecto in. This is what this looks like right now. So let's just say Overdrive lied. fl0m is good, no? fl0m is very good. However, he was not very good on VP. That's just the fucking truth, bro. He was not very good on VP. It felt really bad to see him play that poorly. It just didn't work. I don't know. You could blame Electronic, you could blame him, you could blame whatever it might be. He just was not playing very well. I do think that Perfecto is like actually the only bad part about this movie is he just hasn't got to fucking play. This guy's like the ultimate glue guy. He does whatever the hell the team needs. Remember when they had him fucking opping randomly with a 5 rifle setup? Like, you remember that? So I'm excited. I'm glad to see Perfecto back. He really did kind of get, you know, I usually berate people for like talking about contract prison when a lot of people just aren't in contract prison. They just sign something and like they just, you know, they're big boys. I do, you know, and Perfecto does still fall under that, but also the fact that C9 wasn't even fielding a team, it did feel kind of bad, like he was just stuck. So I'm just glad to see him playing again, dude. It is that simple. I'm glad to see him playing again. He clearly has a lot of chemistry with Electronic already. I think he's going to be a guy that can hopefully help facilitate maybe the role problems that it seemed like they were having a little bit between all their riflers. And just because he's a guy that does it all for the team. The only downside is he just hasn't been playing, so who knows? But there's like two sides of that. The glass half full or the half empty. Half empty is he hasn't played. C9 time was kind of weird. And he really just, like, who knows if he's really capable of, like, playing well. The other side is this dude's been stuck. You don't think he's fucking hungry? Dude's looking like me at the Golden Corral, man. You know this guy's itching to come back, so I think he's going to be really driven. Like, I think he's got experience already with some of the players on the team. You know, by some, I just mean Electronic. And, yeah, he could do a lot of different roles that can help facilitate the rest of them. But, yeah, I think this is has me excited. I'm glad to see Perfecto playing again.